Hi, welcome to the microenvironment, also sometimes referred to as the internal analysis. These are the basic factors that an organisation can control, not totally, but have a degree of control over. So let's now look at the microenvironmental factors influencing an organisation. Going back to this diagram, which you've already seen from the previous video, we look at the basic internal factors. So for example, suppliers, distributors, competitors and customers. Now you've got to also understand that you don't also necessarily totally have control over these factors, but you do have a lot more control. There is another one in there that is sometimes referred to, and we sometimes look at, if you look at the textbook, publics, but we're not going to really necessarily talk a great deal about this in this video, in this session. So what you've got to do is, for your specific marketing plan, you need to look at the internal factors, the factors that also control. Now you can do that using a SWOT analysis, looking specifically at the strengths and weaknesses of the organisation. Or you can also use a value chain. So if you look at the value chain here, we talk about the raw materials, the manufacturer, the suppliers, retailers and so forth. Now when you're looking at a Michael Porter's value chain, which I actually like a little bit more, and it's also detailed in the Kotler textbook, you're talking about every single organisation travels through this value chain, and it's about where you can add value or reduce costs within that specific value chain. So for example, stuff comes in, stuff gets made, stuff goes out, and that's a very simple basic structure of any sort of value chain. So when you're looking at a value chain, you're looking at raw materials. You're looking about how you manufacture it, you're looking about who supplies you with those raw materials, and also you're looking about the marketing intermediaries or the retailers that actually distribute your goods and services for you. What you've got to realise is your competitors and other players in the marketplace have exactly the same resources or access to the resources that you do. And that's where marketing is so important, because marketing involves relationships and building specific relationships. So who are you going to have relationships with? Suppliers, marketing intermediaries, and also with your customers. And those sort of relationships that we build will add value to your organisation, exactly as Nick has explained in the previous videos when he spoke about value proposition. So at this stage, what I really want you to start to see is how each of these topics start to link together. So in isolation, yes, we're talking about the microenvironment, but you can also see when we're talking about the value chain, we can also talk about value proposition. So ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, all I can say about this one is I will see you in the next video.